What's up YouTube? This is Paper Can. Welcome back to my Dwarf Fortress tutorial. This is episode number 3 and we are finally here in the game at our Embark site. You might be feeling a little overwhelmed. There's a lot of stuff going on, so let's get right to it. You can move around the screen with the arrow keys, and you can change our view with the menus with tab. So if I hit tab, takes away the world map there. If I hit tab again, it moves our hotkeys over all the way to the right. And this is kind of the preferred method of playing the game since the world map is not really too useful. You can just keep hitting tab until you find something that you're comfortable with. You can use the mouse scroll wheel to zoom. So we can zoom in, zoom out. Zooming out is kind of useful. You can see the whole map at the same time. So it'll help you decide on where you want to start building. But let's discuss some of the terrain features here. All these little blue things are little pools of water. And this is our river up here. This sort of pinkish and yellow is actually the border of a hill. And how you know that is all this black right here is inside the earth. So these little triangles are slope up. This is the last tile you see, the border, and all the black is a hill. All this green stuff is grass. You can see the little icons for trees, and the other sort of green vegetation is bushes and shrubs that we're gonna forage. The little red spots are probably sand or clay, and the brown spots are exposed pieces of stone. Now, a lot of people, when they first get started, they just start digging right into a hillside or a mountainside, denoted by the black right here, black unexplored earth and this border. And they just start building their fortress from there. I haven't entirely decided where I want to start building, but I sort of want to be close to this river here. I think it'll help me make some interesting projects later on. So I don't know that I'm actually going to build into the hillside. I might just start building downward closer to the river in the middle here. We can also sort of go up and down Z levels. And a Z level is was basically the perspective that comes out towards the screen and in towards the screen. So if Y is up and down here, and X is left and right, Z is sort of toward us and away from us, down into the ground and up into the sky. This is not very intuitive, so I'm going to take a second to kind of explain this. We can hit Shift and comma, or Shift and period, which is basically the left and right angle brackets. And if I hit the greater than or the less than sign here, it's going to take us up a level. Let's go back down. So you can see right here is the border where the hill is on this Z level. And if I go up one, this shaded out area is the same exact border, and this light area is what's on top of it. And now this border is the border of this Z level. So if I go up another one, you can see these down arrows right next to the shaded area is where we were in the last screen. So we're up another level. So let's go down again and down again. And of course I can use the greater than sign, to go down into the earth. And here are the bottom of these lakes that go down one Z level. And all this black is all the unexplored earth underneath. And I can go down another one, but it's just all going to be dark because we can't see down there. So let's go back up. The first hotkey that we're going to use is K. And this is going to help you a lot when you're a new player, because K is for look. And anything that you don't know what it is, you can hover over and it'll give you information on it. So I'm going to hit K right now. It gives you this yellow X. and I can hover over this little tree right here. It tells me it's an acacia. And I'm going to go to this piece of grass above it. It's a dense dropseed grass and dense dog's tooth grass right above it. Let's go to this little red shrub, and it just says shrub. Doesn't give us too much information on that, but let's go to this yellow rock looking thing. It's a siltstone boulder. Let's go down to where all my stuff is. Apparently I got a horse that came with my wagon, and you will probably get other animals that are for pulling your wagon initially. And this sort of box right here, not that you would be able to tell, but that's your wagon right there. And we're going to deconstruct that later to salvage it for wood, but it has all our stuff in it. And here's all the animals we brought with us. Here's the ewe, there's the ram, and there's my hens, and there's my dog, and my cat. And here's my minor dwarf, Asen Rissenetsen. But there's a better way for us to get information on our dwarves than hitting K for look around. I'm going to hit V for view unit, and we get our yellow X cursor, and it's going to give us information on the closest entity that is to our cursor. So right now I'm right next to Asen Rissenetsen. The yellow is his current job. Right now he has no jobs because we haven't defined any jobs to be done. And his skill underneath that, he's a novice miner. And what we can do from here is on the bottom you have different tabs. So right now we're on G for general. If I hit I for inventory, this is all the stuff that he's got on him, mostly clothes. And you hit P for preferences, and I'm going to hit L for labor. And now we have a list of all the labors that he will complete when there's a job available. So when I make a mining job, mining is highlighted in his labor, and he will go and do that particular task. So one of the benefits of giving them skills early on is that they automatically have the labor enabled for the skills that you gave them. But this is sort of a cumbersome process of defining certain labors for each dwarf, hitting V and going to the unit and then going to the list, scrolling with plus and minus and enabling and disabling what you want them to do, and that's where the lazy noob pack really shines. So let's go down here to the lazy noob pack and go to utilities. We launched this one utility called Dwarf Therapist, and in my opinion this is the best part of the lazy noob pack right here. Just read our dwarves, so they're all right here. There's a list of them, Asen Rissenetsen at the top, and it gives you a cross section of all your dwarves, all their skills and their labor preferences. So instead of going through all those different menus, you have everything right here. These little yellow squares next to their names signify how happy they are. Yellow is content, and then it'll go further into green when they're happy or ecstatic, and red when they're unhappy. And right now we're on the labors tab, but we can go into military and it'll show all their skills in anything related to the military. Right now none of them have any because we didn't give them any. And social. You can see on the bottom here, this guy has skills in appraiser, leader, and record keeper because I gave him those skills. And if you hold your mouse over their name, it'll give you a tooltip, and it'll give you kind of a summary. This is Asen Rissenetsen. He's content. He's a miner. These are his list of his skills: novice miner, traits, quick to anger, concerned about rejection and ridicule, loves a good thrill, prefers familiar routines, and he's immodest. So he's kind of a big jerk, but he's our expedition leader for some reason. This is sort of another captivating feature of the game, is that each one has their individual personality. And on the bottom right, it gives you a breakdown. So Asen Rissenetsen down here, his neurosis, he has a score of 84 on it. Rage is 75. Thrill seeking is 73. but every single dwarf has their own personality of the things that they like, don't like. We're gonna get more into that even later on. It's even more detailed than this. I gave this last guy down here, Unib Sidurfikad, one skill and leader. Honestly, I was kind of hoping that he would be the expedition leader by default because of that, because he had skill and leader, but that is not the case. Apparently, something in Asen Rissenetsen's personality gives him the advantage, so he was voted the leader. All dwarves start with all the different hauling labors by default and cleaning, but I'm going to remove the hauling labors of my miners because I don't want them to be wasting their time moving rocks around or whatever. Really, I just want them to be mining because this is kind of a priority in the beginning. So you just click on these, and then the purple blue selection box turns blank. And that's how you know the labor is not enabled. And I can see here, without even knowing their names, this guy is my miner, and this guy right here is my miner, Obuk. So I'm going to take off his hauling labors. And now they will just focus on mining. This is the only labor that they have enabled. So over here is the summary of the changes that we've made. I'm going to click this button here, commit changes. And so all these changes have been made in the game now. And we are over 10 minutes now. I think I'm going to wrap up this episode. But we are all set up so we can start building our dwarf fortress in the next one. Thank you for watching. Please leave me some feedback and see you next time.